I'm a 911 operator. I ignored a call. 17 people died. My name is Marcus. I've been a 911 operator for 6 years, and I'm the reason 17 people are dead. This happened 3 months ago, October 31st, Halloween night. It was the end of my shift. I'd taken 43 calls that night. Drunk drivers, noise complaints, 1 stabbing, 2 overdoses. I was exhausted. At 2:47 a.m., my screen lit up. Incoming call. No caller ID, no location data, just static. I answered. 911, what's your emergency? Nothing, just breathing, heavy, wet breathing. I waited. We're trained to wait. Give them time to speak. Then, a voice. A child's voice. He's in the house. I asked standard questions. Who's in the house? Where are you? Are you safe? The kid whispered. The man with no face. I'd already gotten 6 prank calls that night. Kids trying to scare operators. I said, son, prank calling 911 is a crime. I'm hanging up now. The kid screamed, please, he's killing everyone. Apartment to B to C to D, he's going through all of them. Then the line went dead. I sat there, staring at my screen. Something felt wrong. But I was tired. It was Halloween. Kids are stupid. I logged it as a prank call and went home. 6 hours later, I woke up to 47 missed calls.
Breaking news tonight, a mass killing has been
Riverside
reported at the
Apartments.
Riverside
Building
Apartments.
2, apartments 2A through 2F. 17 dead, suspect still at large. A man had broken in through the ground floor, went door to door, killed every single person, families, a college student, an elderly couple, 17 people, stabbed to death while they slept. Police pulled my call logs, found the 2:47 a.m. call. They traced it. It came from apartment 2, a 9-year-old boy named David Chen. David had hidden in his closet, watched through the crack as the killer murdered his parents in their bed. He called 911, got me. After I hung up, he tried calling back 4 times. I didn't answer. I'd marked him as a repeat prank caller. The system auto-blocked him. At 3:12 a.m., the killer found David in the closet. He was the 7th victim. The department launched an investigation, pulled my records, my calls, my training certifications. Technically, I followed protocol. The call had no location data, no verifiable information. On Halloween, the union lawyer said I'd be fine. Operator discretion. Reasonable assumption of prank call. I wasn't charged with anything. But David's aunt spoke to the media. She said that operator murdered my nephew. He called for help and was told he was lying. Protesters came to our building, held signs with David's face, called me a killer. Someone leaked my name and address online. I got hundreds of death threats. I resigned. The department accepted immediately. No severance, no recommendation. My therapist says I'm not responsible. Then I made a reasonable judgment call with incomplete information. But every night at 2:47 a.m., I wake up and I hear that kid's voice. I requested a copy of the call. Listened to it 300 times. You can hear it in the background, footsteps, heavy breathing that wasn't David's. The killer was already in the apartment, getting closer. Police estimated that when David called me, only 4 people were dead. If I dispatched officers immediately, response time was 8 minutes that night. They would have arrived at 2:55 a.m. 13 people would still be alive. I joined a support group. Everyone there tells me it's not my fault. You didn't know. You couldn't have known. I posted my story anonymously. Reddit tore me apart. Half the comments called me a murderer. The other half consoled me. The case sparked national debate. Should 911 operators be held criminally responsible for judgment calls? New laws were being proposed. David's Law, mandatory dispatch on all child voice calls, regardless of credibility. I moved 3 times. People kept finding me, leaving notes. Child killer. They caught the killer 2 weeks later, a drifter named Eugene Wade. He confessed to everything. In his confession, he mentioned hearing David on the phone, said he almost left, but then nothing happened. No sirens, no cops, so he kept going. Wade's lawyer tried to use my call as evidence, said the delayed response gave Wade reasonable belief he wouldn't be caught. It didn't work. Wade got life without parole. But the judge said something that haunts me. While the operator's actions do not constitute criminal negligence, they represent a catastrophic failure of our emergency system. I went to David's memorial, stayed in the back, watched his aunt sob over his photo. She saw me, recognized me from the leaked photos. She walked up to me. I thought she'd hit me or call security. Instead, she stopped inches away from me and screamed, "I hope you never sleep again," then stormed away. She got her wish. Sometimes I wonder, what if I'd asked one more question? What if I'd stayed on the line for 10 more seconds? Would I have heard something? Would David have said something that convinced me? Would those 13 people be alive? I followed protocol. I made a judgment call. I was exhausted after a 12-hour shift on the busiest night of the year. And 17 people died. Am I a murderer? Can I ever be forgiven? Or do I deserve to hear that kid's voice every night for the rest of my life?